right, Diego.
Hi, Jan.
What's going on? The last time we spoke, you invited me to Buenos Aires, and here I am.
And you comply with that. I'm so happy
did
to
comply.
see you here.
All right. Later on the show, we're talking.
First,
Yes.
how did you like Buenos Aires in this first visit?
Oh my gosh, I love it. Next time you have to host me because the food so far has been absolutely amazing. The people have been amazing. The culture is amazing. The weather is fantastic. And you know what? Everyone told me that I was coming in winter and it was not going to be great. But look at this, the sun's shining.
This is spring. Come on, it's a beautiful time.
Yeah.
Have you had a big steak yet or not?
I have had a big steak.
Cool, that's it.
I've had about 6 empanadas and I've been here for 36 hours. So I'm looking to get that number up into the double digits shortly after we finish this show.
We got to get an empanada counter.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
On the screen.
Yep.
With the hash, it was tacos. This time it's empanadas.
Criolla.
Okay, let's talk business here, Diego. Later on today, we are talking to the founder of Cimento, and I know that you are part of this group to promote growth for crypto in Argentina. I know Argentina wants to be a big crypto hub. Talk to us a little bit about Cimento and what it stands for.
Well, I like to think myself as a founder of Cimento as well, and of course, Amy will share all the details about Cimento. But Cimento is an amazing movement. We started it in May this year with Juan Bennett from Protocol Lab, Martin Ciarica from Mountain Protocol, Chelo from Lemon, and many others, Sebastián Serrano from Ripio, of course, Amy, and many other guys in the local crypto industry and the worldwide crypto industry, with the vision that Argentina is perfectly poised to become perhaps the first country to adopt fully crypto railways. And why is that? Because we in Argentina have been struggling with a lousy economic landscape for the last, 100 years. Just to give you an example, the other day when this guy published a web page in which you enter your date of birth and it gave you the amount of inflation that you suffered. Okay, I suffered 30 trillion% of inflation in my lifetime.
30 trillion.
30 trillion. That is almost as big as the US debt, I don't know.
Yeah, you got a little zinger in there.
It's a crazy number. And having said this, in Argentina, we don't have a solid credit market. It's something like 7% of GDP. We don't have that solid financial railways. We don't have a strong capital markets. Our capital markets is extremely, extremely small. Hence, transforming those three pillars of any given economy, for us is not that complex because basically we don't have them. And in the second phase, we have a very strong crypto adoption, a very strong, one of the strongest in the world. We have a very big pool of talents, and some of the most important and most prominent crypto projects in the world come from Argentina, and we could name a lot of them. I don't know, Nomic Foundation, Hardhat, Open Zeppelin, well, local exchanges as Lemon, as Ripio. Lots of projects come from Argentina and are leading the space in this very moment. And we have now a national presidency which looks at the industry with, I would say, good eyes. It's, hey, something's going on here. So that combination puts Argentina in a very privileged situation, and the objective of Cimento is precisely pursuing that objective.
Yeah, I want to ask you about the national political context. I hear there's some rumblings that some stuff might be in the works with President Milei. Is there any knowledge that you have about what that blockchain platform could look like as it relates to the nation of Argentina itself?
As far as I know, there's not any given plan to create a dedicated blockchain, and to share my view, I don't agree with that.
Not a specific blockchain platform, but a sort of policy platform, just to be clear, my fault.
Okay. I think that I personally am in constant contact with very senior officials in the national government, and they're completely open, and that is a good thing. They're not trying to say this is the way that things should work, but what they're saying is, if you have a better technology to reach this goal, let's move forward. And that for me is something very positive, and I think that good things could happen.
If you were to identify like maybe a couple aspects of the blockchain universe that would make the most sense for the people of Argentina, right? You know, you have DeFi, right? Permissionless lending and borrowing. you have payments, you have stable coins. There's a lot going on, creative expression, etc. Meme coins, you name it, right? In terms of the ones that are pillars of what a national policy should look like, what do you think are the one or two that you really need to stress?
In my view, there's one, not two, which is my thesis is, and I've been working for that in the last 3 years, is that global adoption. I've been working in this industry for the last, I don't know, 7 years. My view is that mass adoption won't come through DeFi, won't come through meme coins, won't come through credit markets. Those, of course, will take a very important role. But the question is, today we have what in the crypto arena? 300 million users, 250 million users. There are 8 billion people in the world. How do we get the next billion, the next 2, the next 3 billion? In my perspective, that won't happen through DeFi. Of course, the onboarded people will use DeFi, but DeFi won't be the cost they get in. They will get in using technology that relies on blockchain, and users won't even know that they're using blockchain. And that technology is digital identity, self-sovereign digital identity. And we're doing this in Buenos Aires. Today, we launched it, and I was sharing that with Jen when we were in November. We spent almost 2 years with the local crypto community developing Quark ID, which is a self-sovereign identity protocol. This was launched today within the Web2 application of the city of Buenos Aires, which is a centralized Web2 application in which you can download, birth certificates, driver's licenses, and so on. And now today, citizens of Buenos Aires just download an application which for them, the only change is a new UX change, just a UX different. But in reality, the technology underneath it is fully decentralized, relying on CK Sync, CK Stack blockchain, and they have verified credentials certified by verifier proofs in a blockchain. And with the use of account abstraction, all of those users will be potential DeFi users. But the friction of onboarding is done by the state, not by the projects.
I want to come back to the crypto adoption here. If anyone hasn't seen that interview I did with Diego, you should go and watch it because it's super interesting what you're doing with digital identity here in the city of Buenos Aires. But we talk about crypto adoption being so high here in Argentina and in the LATAM region. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the use of stable coins? Are we talking about any of the other aspects of crypto or blockchain that Zach mentioned? Where is this crypto adoption coming from? What are Argentinians using and interacting with?
Well, crypto adoption in Argentina is a good outcome from bad policy. The economic policy here was so bad that people were forced to seek for alternatives. And I always like to think of Argentinians as economic Navy SEALs. We have been under an economic war forever. So we are very used to try to find alternative ways of doing things that are forbidden. So imagine a country in which you have, a 20% per month inflation. So you get your paycheck and just, 30 days later, that paycheck in local currency is worth 20% less. That's crazy. And you need to fight with that. And crypto was a very good tool in order to do that, because in the past, just, 10 months ago, 12 months ago, just give you an example. You got a paycheck of $1,000 in pesos, and you didn't want to lose your value. So you needed to grab $1,000 in peso, which is a bag of pesos, go to what we call a cueva, which is a sort of I wouldn't say illegal, illegal, sort of side currency exchange guy, shady guy. So you go and give you a bag and he gives you dollars. You need to carry things around, and that's so crazy. And crypto provided with a good alternative because, hey, I can put my money in a wallet, I can convert that money into USDT, USDC, DAI, whichever stablecoin, and then I can keep on spending my dollars, converting them for pesos, and even paying with a credit card in my grocery store. And that was an amazing use case because it was solving a real-world problem that we as Argentinians have. But look at this, because this is really interesting. 1 month ago, I was speaking with 2 of the major user wallets in Argentina, and they both shared with me that, of course, when they started, and I'm speaking about wallet with 2 to 4 million users, the main holdings in the wallets, the centralized wallets, were stablecoins. But today, they have more Bitcoin and Ethereum balance than USDT. Hence, users got onboarded because of bad policy, getting onboarded with stablecoins. But they got to know the industry, and they migrated to real crypto assets as Bitcoin and Ethereum and many others.
All right, Diego, we are going to have to leave it there. It was such a pleasure opening the show with you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Jen, Zach. It's a pleasure being here.
You're a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was the Secretary for Innovation and Digital Transformation for the Buenos Aires City Government, Diego Fernández.